Hello everybody, welcome back to your Tall Tale Guide. This time I'm going to be talking about the second Tall Tale chapter of the Pirate's Life. This one is the longest and most glitchy and most puzzle-intensive one so far, or just actually in general, because it bugs out a lot. It bugs out a lot. Like it's not hard. It just bugs out an absolute fuck ton. Starting off, you're going to come to this beam, which is off the coast of Old Salt Atoll, but you don't really need to know Old Salt Atoll is. You just follow the big ass blue beam, and you'll find your way here. And then all you have to do is swim down, following the debris, not debris, the debris, and you'll find your way down to the Sunken Black Pearl. Once you find your way down to the Sunken Black Pearl, you're going to make your way down to the second deck. And there is debris that you can push, and it'll push itself out of the way. And then you can come into this next room here, and then you can also push this debris out of the way. Not this debris, the cannon. I thought it was this debris, but you have to push the cannon out of the way that's next to you over there. And then you'll be able to make your way through the wall. Now that you've gotten yourself through the wall, you'll be able to pick up the key from this skeleton here and be able to, or the compass, not the key. Or is it a key? I actually forget. It is a key. Pick up this key from this ocean crawler who's just chilling apparently, and you'll take it back up towards the captain's quarters. And once you make your way over to the captain's quarters, you'll be able to go ahead and open up this nice little door here. And I'm sorry for how long it's taken for this one to come out. I actually streamed this one, and it wouldn't let me download the VOD for like 10 days, 12 hours afterwards, so that's fun. You're receiving Jack's compass here, and you're going to follow it over to the massive spire, to your, I don't know what direction it is, that massive spire that the thing is pointing at. Boom, that one. You're going to make your way down to this tunnel that's on the bottom of the spire and start to get yourself up on into the spire, where you're going to have to do a bunch of mermaid puzzles, which are very annoying. I'll get to those in a minute whenever we come to one. But this tunnel that's all the way at the bottom, you're going to have to swim through. After making your way through the little tunnel system, you'll find yourself in this little chamber, and there is going to be a bunch of enemies that you're going to have to fight and kill, and then you're going to have to work on the mermaid riddle afterwards. So I will go ahead and explain that whenever we get to it. Now in this room, there's a mural on the wall that's going to correspond to the three mermaids that are sitting in the room. Each of them have a symbol in their hand, like the one holding the siren's heart, which is the yellow orb, is holding a heart symbol. Then there's one with a chain in its hand, which is, the chain symbol on the wall. And then one is holding which looks like coral or grass, which is that symbol. So the first one on the wall is heart. So I go ahead and go over and change the position down to how it's holding its spear all the way down. You can hit it with a sword or snipe them or whatever gun you want to use on them, and they will do that. So the final enemy in the room will drop that siren's heart that I just put in there. And for the grass one, which I'm doing now, it has to be middle. So I smack it down so it goes all the way down, and then smack it again so it goes to middle. Or it goes all the way up, and then it goes down to middle. There we go. And then the final one needs to be all the way up, which it already is. Then you go ahead and you smack the big ass one in the middle of the room, and she will make a little call, which the other ones will amplify or harmonize with, I guess you could say. You see Evan smacks her, and then that massive pulse goes out, and then the water in the room will begin to rise. After the water rises, you will be faced with a second mural where all of them are holding their spears up. So you're gonna want to swim back down and reset the guys below you to all be holding them all the way up, and then you're going to want to snipe the mermaid or sword her, or the middle mermaid one more time, and the water will begin to rise a second time. That one is all the way up. Evan's going to go put that one all the way up, and I'm going to go finish off the last one. Actually, it is already all the way up. Smack the mermaid, and another pulse goes out, and you're going to swim back up. And I believe it's actually a geyser that's going to appear. Yep, the geyser is going to start, spewing, so you can go ahead and get flung up top. And then you're going to be faced with yet another mural of 3 different mermaids, but these guys are kind of scattered and hidden around the room. You see one in that corner there. We're standing next to one, and then the third one is hidden up really high up top. But one of them, I believe, needs a siren's heart, so you are going to have to fight a bunch of more enemies. Here, as you see here, the final enemy drops a siren's heart. I put it in this one. This one is holding the coral or grass, so I reset it to what it needs to be, and then I reset it to what it needs to be. I reset the one in the middle to what it needs to be. And then I'm having a hard time finding the other one. Can't figure out where it is. Evan has fallen and is no longer able to reach me because the geyser stops working, so that's fun. But I go ahead and find it here in a second. I will cut to that. Here I have switched myself to a sniper, and I'm going to snipe the mermaid into the correct position. And then I'm going to sword this chick. And the water will begin to rise, and my teammate can finally join me because the game doesn't allow him to use the geyser. So Evan's going to make his way back up here, and we're going to continue on into the next chamber. In the next room, you're going to get a cutscene of the Kraken, and then you are going to have a you're going to be getting the tridents that have been added into the game, which are very, very cool. You're going to be getting to face off against not the Kraken yet. You're going to get to face off against a bunch of mermaids who are out into the ocean. After the Siren Queen stops talking, you'll be able to go out and fight them, and you're going to want to make your way all the way across the open ocean to the bottom door of the other massive tower. And you can also just follow your compass. And this door works the exact same as all the other mermaid doors, or all the other mermaid things. The final mermaid that you have to kill all the mermaids that spawn, but they will continue to come attack you. When you kill the last mermaid, it will drop a siren heart. And then you have to get both of the mermaids that are in this area with their tridents facing down, and then snipe the chick up top. And the door will open. As you can see here, I'm hitting this one down low, and Evan's going to go get the other one. And then we're going to snipe, or he's not going to get the other one because he's stupid and missed it, and I will go get it. And then he's going to go hit that, and the door should fly open. Psych, I lied. I'm dumb and didn't reset the mermaids properly, but you get the gist. The door's going to open after you get them both facing fully down. In the next chamber puzzle, you're going to be doing the exact same thing that you have been doing with the mermaids. You're going to reset them into the proper order, and then you're going to have to swim up to the top little grate up top and snipe the conch shell mermaid to drain the water in the room. As you can see, I go up top here, and I can see the mermaid that I have to snipe. So I go ahead and snipe her, or the siren, I guess. And then the water in the room will drain, and you will have to fight a fuck ton of enemies. After you defeated all the enemies, there's going to be a pulley in the middle of the room that you have to pull down. So you pull it down, and the door will open into the next chamber, which is one of the most confusing chambers if you don't actually know how to do it. So essentially, there's a pulley in the middle of the room where you can pull yourself up on this, or you can pull your teammate up. But that's not that. I mean, I'm going to show you the way that we do it, and then I'll try to explain the correct way because we didn't do it at all. The way that we're doing it here is I'm getting on top of this, and then I'm going to make the jumps across with sword lunges instead of just playing the game normally because we're stupid. We go ahead and make the jumps across this with sword launches and such, and jumps like that. What you're supposed to do is there is a path along the opposite wall you see the wall down there that I'm sword striking towards. down that wall, down that path. I jump on the the left side. On the right side, there's a path down where you can see the mermaids in the next room, and there's another mermaid. Mural that you have to shoot them through the holes in the wall, and then it'll fill this water that we're in currently with fill this room that we're currently in with water, so you can just float up. And we're doing it like this, so Evan just can't get back because we didn't figure out the whole water part because we're dumb. But I just get into the next room, and then Evan has to die, or you can do it like this, but your teammate just has to die. That's just what happens. Your teammate has to die and join back with you. In this little boss fight, you essentially just have one person raising the anchor on this boat that's chained up, and they'll start moving upwards, and every other crewmate will cannon the enemies that are on the cannons, and just shooting electric balls at you from the sidelines. All the other teammates will shoot them. The boat has a bunch of cannonballs and food and stuff like that, but it will probably glitch out and just not give you any cannonballs or anything. So you have to pull it all the way up. Periodically, the anchor will just start falling, and the person raising it will just have to keep raising over and over again until the game finally functions. Or, I guess, because the guys just keep respawning. Eventually, you'll kill enough enemies where they'll stop respawning on the cannons, and you'll be able to get up past it, and then the Kraken will go ahead and start attacking you. When we get to the Kraken part, it's going to wrap the ship up. You're going to have to defeat a bunch of enemies and then do some damage to the tentacles that are wrapping around the boat. And then the Kraken will go ahead and shove its head through the wall, and you will begin to actually kill it. Here the Kraken begins to pull you up, and it's going to pull you up to be able to, bite you. But it's going to shove its face through the wall and a bunch of tentacles through the wall here. And you're going to be using the cannons as well as your snipers, or if you brought a trident from God knows where, you can use that. But you're just going to cannon his face. And my teammate had the visual glitch where the Kraken doesn't appear, so you just have to shoot this open space here. But just lay cannons into the Kraken, eat your food. You don't have to shoot the tentacles because they never actually go away. Just cannon the crap out of the Kraken's face, keep eating your food, keep your health up. Because sometimes whenever you're supposed to spawn back on the boat after dying or falling off, you will just fall through the boat and not be able to do this part anymore. So keep that in mind and just don't die. After you lay enough cannonballs into the Kraken, you will make your way. You will continue to raise the boat until you get all the way up to the top, and you can no longer raise it. And Evan fell off and fucking died. So good job him. You will climb this ladder here and get into the next little area. Now in this next area, the game can just break and not let you past it. I'm sure as you've noticed that there are little purple orbs around that whenever you hit them or shoot them, the little doorways go away and you can walk through them. And this one, the one that's in here, likes to not actually trigger when you shoot it or anything to it. You just get trapped in this room with no way out, and the tall tale checkpoint doesn't function. So for us, we had to, there was a crew behind us doing the same tall tale. We had to wait for them to get all the way from the beginning to us. They were they had just entered this this spire, and they are just unable. We have to just wait for them so they can open this door, but we're not able to, which is really, really fun. And these kids finally show up, so they are able to open up the door. Go ahead and grab your trident and you make your way into the boss fight room. You're going to be fighting the Siren Queen. She's going to fill the room with water, and you are going to be able to fight her. She's just like a skeleton boss, essentially. All she does is take a bunch of damage. Just use the tridents, use your guns, use your swords, all that kind of shit. Just lay as much damage into her as you can, and she will just eventually die. And after that, that's basically it with the tall tale. But I would like to say that don't sprint out of this area because you will pass what you have to get. So essentially, whenever you run down, or after you swim down after this, there will be 3 mermaid statues behind like a open wall that you have to break to release release just fucking people, Gibbs. And the game allows you to just sprint directly past it without actually doing it. So if you do that like we did, you'll have to redo the entire tall tale. It's funny because there's actually 5 of us here, and we all do it. So you swim down into this area, and then you break this little thing. You make your way through this little tunnel here, and then right there, I looked at them. Right in there is where you're supposed to destroy those, but the game lets you walk directly past it, and you can't come back. You can't come back. After you leave the area, you can't come back. So you actually have to redo the tall tale like I had to do. And here is what it's supposed to look like after you destroy the 3 mermaids. These dudes will just spawn out of the 3 mermaids, and you have to give Gibbs Jack's compass, and then the tall tale will be complete. And that's it. I will have a guide out for the journals up here fairly shortly as well. I already have a guide out on how to get the chest of sorrow, the sorrowful, whatever the chest is. And then I will make a video on how to get the actual, the full completion for the Sorrow's chest, because you have to take it up somewhere and open up another doorway. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Completed tall tale, the Sunken Pearl.